here's this row of these are strawberries, guys. Strawberries that taste just like a tomato. Almost see that rain gauge from here. I think it's showing almost 3 inches.
Cows are getting rained on.
Cows are getting rained on. Good morning, beautiful people. It is a dreary, rainy day. We've actually had rain for 3 days, and it's looking like it's going to continue for another couple days.
Yep.
We're nearing the point where everybody's starting to get cabin fever.
Yeah.
I've got stuff I would like to do out in the garden, and I can't.
Nope, not happening.
There's a certain amount of rain you can work in that it's like, yeah, who cares? And then after a while, it's just like, no, it's too wet. Time to go inside.
Yep.
So, the house smells amazing. You're cooking up some blueberry muffins. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we've been up to. Not a whole lot going on. I think a couple of the boys are down there in the barn working on whatever they're working on. Probably making wood swords or real swords or something. You know.
Yep.
Whatever they're working on a rainy day.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of a slow week for us.
It is very slow.
Which it's okay. We've had company in the past 6 weeks. We've had family over, your family, my family.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have just a little bit of like truly downtime.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to sit still, but when it rains like this for a week solid, kind of forces me to sit still. This one's kind of lumpy. Ooh. I might need to dispose of that one.
Oh, okay, it means ugly. Can't have it around.
Can't have ugly muffins.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not going to touch that right now because that's going to be like lava.
Lava muffins. It's a volcano, that's its problem. Ignore my sweater.
So this is a sweater that you just recently finished.
Yes,
almost completely finished.
I haven't put the buttons on yet, but that's the markers for the buttons. I just realized.
Nice little stitch marker padlock looking things.
Yeah.
It'd be so heavy if those were padlocks.
Yeah, right. They're hot.
Very hot. Don't touch them. No. Burn yourself.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna walk over here and look at the newest additions. See if we can see. There they are. There's one. There's two. There's 3, 4, 5. What do we have? 6?
6. There's 6 in there right now.
So we are hatching out another batch of chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I think our last batch we got 2 hens and like 12, 13, 14 roosters.
That's a lot, yeah.
So we're hatching out some more because 2 hens is not going to keep us in eggs this winter.
Definitely not, no.
So we'll see how we fare this go around.
4 hens.
Yeah, we'll have 4 hens now. We can fit 3 dozen eggs in here and
4. I was able to fit
4 dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to explain what happened last night?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because people are going to see the glowing light right here
of the diffuser
and wonder
to degrade the stench a bit.
Huh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So everybody was at karate. Baby was in bed. I was in here and I heard peeping. So I thought maybe somebody was out. So I came over here to check. Nobody was out yet, but there was one egg that was kind of like oozing from its pores, and it like kind of stunk, and it wasn't that bad, but it kind of smelled. And I was like, oh, okay, that one's bad, so I need to get that out of there. And because it had oozed, it stuck to the one next to it, so I was trying to gently pry it off from the one it was stuck to. And I was very gently prying, and all of a sudden it just exploded with a very loud pop.
Tiny
screamed.
little grenade.
Oh my gosh. It was so gross. It was so bad. Thankfully, like, it was mostly the top that blew off, so like the rest of it kind of like stayed.
Gross.
So I was able to I had to get paper towels and pull it out and like clean up as best as I could, and it was awful, and it stunk the whole house. So I had and when everybody got home, I had all the doors and windows open. It was awful.
Yeah, it was
really disgusting.
We started closing up the house, getting ready for bed, and she's like, anybody smell anything? I was like, no, not really. And I think Brett was standing the closest over here, and he goes, I do smell something. And as we closed up the house, you could still smell it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got the diffuser going.
Some nice lemon essential oil.
Yeah, something to kind of. And I think what's hard is getting inside of this thing right now is kind of a no-go because
they're hatching.
Right. We have to keep the humidity in. We have to keep it closed up. Once everybody's done hatching, then we can get in there and clean out the bottom because you know there's like the grate that all the eggs sit on.
So there's
Leave it
stuff
closed.
under that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna deal with it. It's fine.
So yeah, that's our newest additions.
Yeah.
Couple more roosters.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you how it's gonna go. We're probably gonna get 80% roosters. That's all right. Hey, maybe this is the batch of hatched chickens that will be all hens.
It might be. Yeah.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. We'll see.
All right. Only time will tell. So I don't know if anybody else does this. We actually have a map of our garden. Those are our beds, where the trellises are. I don't know if you can see that. Hold that up. I can't do it one-handed. So it's just a doodle Meg made real quick of where we have everything planted, where stuff has been. Like, it's actually really nice to keep track of where everything is. You also have a chart that has all of the dates that we've planted stuff.
It's on here if you look real close. It's on. Like, there was a piece. Yeah, I put them back next. Okay, so like this one. This was our garlic. We planted it last year in October, about the middle of October, and we harvested 6/18. So I'm trying to keep notes of when we're harvesting as well to see how long it takes. So that will help us plan better in subsequent years for, okay, this is going to take up this bed for this long, and then after that we could plant, you know, whatever.
It's all of the, if we get busy with stuff. You know, this year has been torture trying to stay on top of the garden. Just we've had so much stuff going on away from here, so much stuff keeping us busy, and then trying to maintain the oomph to get on the garden stuff. This year just hasn't been it. Last year was great. Like, I was Johnny on the spot with the garden. I mean there wasn't hardly even weeds out of place. Yeah. And this year it's just like, it's everything I can do to go out there and plant, go out there and pull weeds. Yeah. It's been an interesting year for sure. I think what's kind of nice is I've touched on that in some videos, and I've seen your guys' comments, people talking about they're having the same struggles. There's a few people I've seen on YouTube that are doing the same thing, and they're like, I don't even know if I'm gardening this year because also the same situation, just so much other stuff going on. Yeah. So, yeah, it happens. Yeah. Life happens. Yeah. But yeah,
keeping notes on what we have. And actually, for as much as we're like, yeah, we're just really behind on the garden this year, we have filled out all of our beds.
I think there's one that we had peas in that is currently just weeds right now. Yeah. I've noticed it's got some amaranth in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had peas in it.
We did have peas in it.
Like, we have planted out our garden. It's not been as much as we had hoped or wanted, but it's something.
All right, so the rain decided to kind of calm down for a little bit. We are actually going to venture outside and we'll talk about garden. Yeah, in the garden.
We've had enough people lately ask about various things going on and updates, so we were like, you know what? Good idea.
Let's kind of do a garden update. Yeah. We haven't done one of those this year.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't. And we got things growing.
All right, so
first things first.
Explain the only thing growing in your herb garden.
What is the only thing? I don't think there's anything growing.
You have some clover.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Bermuda grass has woken up.
Yes, I do think there is some plantain in here.
Yeah, there's some plantain.
So there you go, guys.
There's an oak tree coming up.
Oh, cool. That's not where I want an oak tree.
That's a squirrel planted oak tree.
Yeah.
So you want to explain why this hasn't really changed?
Yeah, so it is a time/weather issue. When I have the time, the weather's bad, and when the weather's good, I don't have the time. That's kind of how it seems to work out.
We moved to a place that is a temperate rainforest.
Yeah.
I think the average here is about 50 inches of rain a year. It's something like 230 some odd days a year that it rains, which is more than half the year. And I think it's been kind of hard to realize that, there's a lot of days like the past week.
Yeah.
We've just had rain, and it's like, well, everything's soggy, can't do anything in the garden, so we just got to sit and, you know, there's stuff I can do in the barn, or me and the boys can do in the barn, but outside stuff, and then like you said, when you finally have time to work on it, it's raining, and when the weather's nice, you don't have time.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's preserving, there's food prep, there's everything.
Right.
Running this place is really a full-time gig.
Yeah.
Plus taking care of all of us.
That's right.
I like cows.
You like cows.
cows.
That's good. Yeah, and I knew from the beginning this was just going to be like in between, you know, here and there.
When you get to
yeah,
it.
just small. I wasn't planning on it being like specifically done by a certain time, so
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm not that upset. Just slowly as I
We'll
get
get to it.
Do cows move?
They
Cows do moo. All right. Just because earlier we showed you chickens that are hatching, this is the last batch. They are nearly ready to join the coop. They are little pullets. Well, no, there's like 2 pullets in there and the rest are roosters.
Oh my goodness.
I think there's like 12 or 13, 14 roosters in there. Whole bunch of them. All different colors. Some are really pretty, some are not. And they're all crowing.
Something like that.
Lots of little crows every morning.
Little crow.
Little crow.
It's really cute, actually.
It's hilarious when a rooster learns to crow. These extra roosters are destined to feed us.
Yep.
So it's not a total loss. All right, why don't we head all the way down to the end of this garden row, and we will
Go over.
work this way.
Sounds good.
All right, so we drag a hose around with the cow when we're watering the cow. Brett needed a answer to dragging a hose out here anytime he needed to water his little garden bed. Something that I have needed to make because just like Brett doesn't want to drag a hose every time he comes out here to water. I'll show you what he rigged up. This dude carries buckets of water out here, takes that piece of blue hose, siphons it, and waters down the hill and waters his garden. He's done a great job watering all of his crops, and he even had a skunk come in and dig up like 80% of his seeds, and he just next day, whatever, stupid skunk.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good meal, and he reseeded everything. Yeah. So something I had needed to make was I need some way of being able to like go out in the woods and water the pigs without having to drag a hose out there. So I had an extra drum and I made a little drum cart. I just put a little valve.
No, don't get all wet.
Don't get all wet. Had some wheels lying around. Just threw some scrap lumber together and made a little drum cart. Didn't film that one. I wasn't even sure if the idea would work, but it did work.
It did work.
So
should have filmed it.
Yeah, I should have filmed it. As I was like buttoning it up, I was like, man, I should have filmed it. All right, so I guess we can come out here and show you Brett's garden. There are lots and lots of little sprouts coming up.
Got all kinds of stuff coming up. Lots of melons.
Lots of melons.
Lots of
squash.
I believe those are actually his Brussels sprouts, but I'm not positive.
Brussels sprouts? Probably.
Yes.
Looks like he planted a handful of seeds in each hole. So yeah, his garden is in normal Brett fashion going to catch up and pass everything I do. He's got such a greener thumb than I do. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Next we have, these are our volunteer peas. This is right where the bed of green beans. Yeah, peas, not green beans.
No, green beans,
not peas. Even though I rototilled and redid the rows going this way, this is where all of the green beans drop their seed, and so we're just letting them do their thing. They are already in fruit.
Yeah,
fruit's coming.
Working on it.
So we're just letting them do their thing. I need to get some trellises out here and just let them go up. There's some passion vine that's coming up voluntarily. There's all these sweet potatoes that are doing great. I need to get out here and weed this bed. We ran out of Agribond.
Which is now here, so
we now have it, so I can get out here and put that on. Das potatoes. The potatoes are actually ready. I'm trying to wait until the greens are just down on the ground, shriveled, and they are almost there. Yeah. So we're gonna get in here probably in the next couple weeks, like that one right behind you. Yeah, once it dries out. We'll get in here and we'll start harvesting. I can see a lot of potatoes
at the surface, which means they're greening.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of potatoes that are
Bummer.
green.
You can't eat them when they're green.
Can't even feed them to your animals.
Nope.
So we will probably just save all the green ones. It's not a total loss. You can save your green potatoes for seed.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt anything. You just wait for them to send up their sprouts and plant those.
Yeah.
So we'll just do that. I see a lot of green potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's my fault. I never got out here and hilled them up.
Yeah.
All right, out here, you guys saw us harvest all the garlic. Garlic is now drying. I have a row of purple potatoes, and I think it's a row of russets. I'm not positive. The russets are ready. Like, you can't even see down there. Those vines are all on the ground. Bush vines.
Potato plant.
The potato plant is on the ground.
Oh, you
so
picked one, huh?
one of those rows is ready, and those purples look like they're just about ready. So
Cool.
we're gonna be doing potatoes here pretty quick. Yeah. All right, so while we were right here next to the bees, you'd wanted to talk about the bees a little bit.
Yeah, so people have asked about the bees a lot. The first hive, the vertical hive, is, I believe the queen died. I can't find her, and there's no brood, and they're just kind of like slowly bumbling along.
Their numbers are dwindling.
They are, so I guess I need to get a new queen and get her installed. So that's on the list of things to do. The horizontal hive is doing fantastic. Their numbers have like exploded. I know that bird's mad at us.
Well, the birds are squawking at the cat.
Oh, that's what they're doing.
The cat is too close to their nest, which is
Yes.
in that tree, so
Very upset.
the mockingbirds are having a hard time.
Yeah. So I've actually added a couple more frames for them to fill out, and they're going.
Doing their thing.
They're doing their thing. Yeah.
The bigger their brood gets, the more aggressive they've gotten.
Yes,
So,
I did get stung.
I was out here. I was all the way over here where we're standing now, and one just came up, popped me right in the head. I have a little mark where I got stung. My face swelled up.
Well, your forehead swelled. It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. So on that note, I see that they're coming out. It must be done raining.
Yeah.
So we'll keep walking down this way. Wonder what happened.
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you that was either a squirrel
Oh gosh.
or
Yes.
yeah, that was probably a squirrel
Yeah. Or something.
or a skunk or something.
Yeah.
Something had a corn lunch.
It did. So anyways, the corn is coming on.
Yeah, the corn is coming on. Actually, it looks like we need to get out here and start going through it. Yeah, I see a few more in there that have been gotten. I'm gonna have to park some boys out here to defend it one of these nights.
These aren't ready yet. Not ready yet.
Not ready?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then we'll just
They're
keep
doing
waiting.
their thing.
There are some, like I keep seeing ears from the house that look pretty plump, pretty ready, but still got a little ways to go. All right, so here's this row of these are strawberries, guys. Strawberries that taste just like a tomato. I can talk, really, I can. These tomatoes that we put in, these are loving life. It looks like we need to get out here and prune and start training them up. It's hard. You see all the things that you need to do when it's raining. It's like, I need to get out there and do that, but I'm not gonna do it today.
They will be getting trellised up. I actually ordered some more clips so we can clip them so they can do their thing. And they're doing great.
You picked a black-eyed Susan. Okay, while you're putting a flower in Buggy's hair, here is our cucuzzis on the bamboo trellis. They are starting to climb. I got out here and wired them up the other day, and they're starting to take. So once they start wrapping their little tendrils around, they'll head straight up. Buggy, let me see. Oh, nice flower. All right, so the walking onions are jamming. These things are just about to the point. I think what's crazy, they grow up, these will become more onions. This will fall over, these will root, and those will become onions. And then it sends up, it continues to shoot, makes more. Every single one of those will become an onion. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you look at it, like there's some that have already fallen over and touched the ground. These ones will root if they haven't already. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep an eye out. These are just about ready. Actually, here's some that escaped already. Yep, I'm just gonna let those do their thing. We have a bed that needs to be weeded. This is all of your lunchbox peppers.
Yeah.
Little sweet pepper.
What is that?
That
The melon?
is a volunteer melon.
Sweet.
Last year we had melons in here. They're like a tiny cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what those are.
The little jennies or whatever they were.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Cool. Really sweet, tiny,
those were
and
good.
They were very prolific.
Yeah, yay.
Here is the potatoes that my dad helped plant when they were out here. They're already up and they are jamming.
They are doing great.
They look great. Over there we have bush beans. Those are starting to come on.
Yeah, they're flowered and they're starting to set fruit. And more in that bed, and more potatoes in this bed.
Yep. There's
and then
another.
We've got some cucumbers on the end. Oh, that guy's flowering already. So
we have some cucumbers that'll climb the trellis. That's more taters, more beans. It is my favorite flower in the world. That is a passion flower. I love passion flowers. Those are the craziest looking flower I've ever seen in my life. Like, they're so cool looking. All right, our onions are actually, see, did you knock those over?
no.
Then if they're starting to do that, then we're pretty much done.
Yeah, I don't know if it's them doing it or if it's the cat, but either way, it's okay.
Well, I don't see any dug up spots.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, so I think it is them. So they're starting to bend over, so we're doing good.
So after they bend over, we're in the home stretch.
And they're a good size this year. I'm happy with these.
Yeah, they actually got pretty big this year. Wow, I have a lot of zinnias popping up in this walkway.
You do?
I'll have to move those.
Oh, what is that, a loofah?
Yep, that's a loofah.
Like another loofah.
We have loofahs coming up everywhere. And I mean, what a problem to have. We can feed the small young loofahs to the pigs.
Yeah.
Or we could eat them.
Yeah.
But
Or scrub with them.
yeah, or scrub with them. We'll start up here on top. This is the swale with the greenhouse. Peppers in here are jamming. They are doing great. My brother-in-law Joe, when they were out here, he helped plant this top section of peppers. They are jamming. We've already been eating a lot of buena mulatas. These are these little purple peppers. I would say they're like a moderate spicy. Like, they're not like a little Thai dragon chili kind of spice, but they're pretty good. And then we have, you know, like cachuchas and stuff like that. These are what we're really waiting on this year. We love cachuchas. We have some loofahs that came up voluntarily, and they are working on climbing the trellis on their own. We have a couple more. We actually had to buy poblanos because none of our seeds were viable.
Yeah.
So we went to the nursery. We bought some poblanos. While we were there, I stuck some rosemary in here, some chives, some basil.
Yeah.
Just stuff to stick in this bed.
And we do have some empty spots in here still that we'll fill out with probably like lettuce or something.
Yeah,
Pretty
we'll
easy.
fill the holes. That whole bed, we need to weed it, so we'll weed that. We'll get that planted out. We've got some herbs, got some lemon balm. Over here on this trellis, people will wonder, this is called hops. That is a hops cone. These little things have a very, very strong bitter flavor. I'm just growing them, you know, medicinal uses. I'm not brewing beer anymore, but that's like main flavoring in beer. It's got a nice bitter flavor, I guess.
Yeah.
We got another bed of peppers. We've got some hot peppers in here, a couple more cachuchas, what are these? Red savinas, I think is what these are. Yeah. These look like they're gonna be like a cayenne pepper. Kind of a big, long, curvy, kind of looks like a cayenne. That bed, more peppers like that.
Yeah, there's some bells.
Some cachuchas, some more buena mulatas. I think I had some more red savinas. I'd have to go look at labels. I've got them all labeled.
Yeah.
I just have to crawl around and look at them. Over here, this is the greenhouse. We need to get in here and tie up tomatoes. Again, if you notice, they are starting to get a lot taller than the last time you saw them. So we're pretty happy. They're jamming. I planted a whole bunch of ginger along this side right here. And it looks like there's only one coming up, but it's jamming. Still need to get in here and do more cleaning. We have horseradish. That's what those big green things are right there. That's all horseradish. I think that's actually ready to come out. I need to start digging it and checking it. But yeah, I still don't know if I want to let that cucuzzi grow. It'll take over this whole space.
So it'll eat our tomatoes.
But I mean, it's an okay spot for it because it can produce fruit and it'll go straight down the hill to the pigs right there.
That's true. They can eat it.
That's pretty much it on the update. Everything's jamming. Everything loves this rain that we've been getting. We've been enjoying this rain.
Yeah.
It's making everything grow like gangbusters and we love it. Peggy, what's that?
A flower.
What kind of flower? Can you say zinnia?
Zinnia.
Zinnia, don't break it. Don't break it. Do you know what those ones are?
Ones.
Orange. Yeah. Yeah, just an orange flower.
Good job.
That's about it.
Yeah, nothing's quite to the point of super harvest yet, aside from the garlic that we did and the potatoes that are coming. So we're kind of in the holding pattern.
Yep.
I know that preserving season is coming, so I'm like gearing myself up. I'm getting ready for it. I feel like I need to be like doing squats or push-ups or something to get ready.
And get the pressure canner ready.
Yeah, that's right.
So with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up right here. It might start raining again, it might not.
Yeah,
But
I think it's supposed to.
we're not really doing anything interesting.
Yeah.
We're having leftovers for dinner, so I think this would be a great place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.